There are almost 200 COVID-19 vaccine experiments in progress across 30 countries. There's a lot at stake in the race to develop the vaccine. It's not just about public health.
Let's not kid ourselves, there is a political dimension to it.
The two countries leading the vaccine race are the US and China. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, US-China relations were already in a fragile state. But now, the combination of the pandemic, the ongoing trade war, coupled with the US president desperate for re-election in November, have brought the bitter rivalry to a whole new dimension.
One is going to have the victory of producing the first vaccine.
The US is one of the leading players in the global race for a COVID-19 vaccine. It has 39 research projects, while the Chinese institutions have 20. In human trials, the US is working on 3 projects, while China has 5. Should they cooperate instead of competing against one another in the search for a vaccine? For China, getting a vaccine first would help boost its image as a global technology leader. Being the first to offer the world a vaccine will also help to ease international criticism over its handling of the outbreak.
The Chinese talk about China being the first to produce a vaccine, provide the world with public goods, as if this will help to promote China as a global leader and show that it has overtaken the United States as the most powerful country in the world.
For the US, an America First vaccine could help bolster its leadership in science and technology. That, in turn, will also lend weight to President Donald Trump's re-election bid and silence his critics over his handling of the COVID crisis. In May, Trump launched Operation Warp Speed. The multi-agency collaboration will fast-track American efforts at finding a vaccine by early next year. Operation Warp Speed has also invested in the University of Oxford and AstraZeneca's project in the UK. Both made a major breakthrough recently with their experimental vaccine. Noticeably, Operation Warp Speed excludes partnership with any Chinese vaccine developers, despite the Chinese having more human trials in progress.
There is certainly no discussion of including China in this process at all. So this is all being portrayed through this lens of competition between the two countries, and I see no potential for cooperation in development of or manufacture of a vaccine between the United States and China.
The US Justice Department also recently accused China of sponsoring hackers to steal coronavirus data, a charge which Beijing denies.
I think both sides should calm down and work together. And it is not a national dignity or whatever. It's actually a life and death issue for the whole mankind.
There's no guarantee that COVID-19 vaccines will reach everyone who needs them. The Trump administration has been accused of predatory tactics of trying to monopolize first rights to a COVID-19 vaccine.
So if, let's say, the country that has the first to vaccinate, they'll be the first to get out of all the lockdown, go back to normal economic activity, they'll recover much faster than those who will have no access to the vaccine.
The US response stands in stark contrast to China. Addressing the World Health Organization in May, Chinese President Xi Jinping made a commitment that he will make the Chinese vaccine available to all.
From Beijing's perspective, it wants to present its own governance model as far more effective than the governance model of the United States. In order to have an influence on shaping the international order going forward, Xi Jinping has to show that his model of governance at home is working well.
The question for them is whether they can win the confidence and trust of other countries and to demonstrate that it is in good faith that they're extending this help and there are no strings attached to it and it's an honest effort.